Up next on Good Morning El Paso, a town hall meeting to discuss the Children's Hospital left many taxpayers disappointed. One important figure was a no-show. With the recent fireworks ban, many El Pasoans plan on heading over to New Mexico for those 4th of July celebrations. Watch out though, there are some tight restrictions there too. And a federal security bulletin means tighter security at 4th of July celebrations across the country. What officials want you to do this weekend coming up.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC7's Good Morning El Paso.
Good morning at 6 a.m. Take a look at this. A rainy start to the 4th of July weekend. Could those showers end up impacting those fireworks shows? We'll look into that. In the meantime, good morning El Paso, Las Cruces, and Juarez. Thanks for waking up with us so early today. I'm Hillary Floren. Stephanie Valle has today off. Meteorologist Crystal Cly is working hard, though. She's the one who has to track all that green on our radar, and a lot of it's popping up.
Yeah, it is. It's been a busy overnight and now morning. I love a good busy forecast, though, and those chances of rain, they continue throughout our Friday. Let's start with radar right now. Now, outside is a really strong area of thunderstorms, but it's off to our west now in southern Arizona. It will not be moving our direction. Winds are pushing activity from east to west, so this is where that moisture push is kind of moving along from, and you can tell those scattered showers are wrapping around in East El Paso County and Doñana County. We do have some more moderate rain in Las Cruces as we speak, so if you head out the door right now for work in Las Cruces, expect some raindrops on that windshield. You drop down Interstate 10, we've got a little bit of action as well around Anthony, and then much lighter rain, maybe a few sprinkles still in northeast El Paso this morning. Those on-off chances of rain, they last all day long and actually strengthen a bit into tonight. As for your temperatures outside right now, we're at 72 in Las Cruces and 76 in El Paso, 66 in Silver City, and if you're heading up to Ruidoso for that long weekend, I'm A, jealous of you, B, you're at 57 degrees outside right now. We'll talk high temperatures this afternoon and for your 4th of July coming up.
All right, thanks so much, Crystal. For the 5th year in a row, El Paso County has banned the selling and firing of fireworks. Anyone caught violating that ban will face a fine. So it means that you'll have to cross into New Mexico and set them off in Doñana County or in Otero County. But they have restrictions as well. Both the Las Cruces Fire and Police Departments are on the lookout for illegal fireworks. The city banned all aerial fireworks like spinners, missile and stick-type rockets, Roman candles, helicopters, and the list goes on. If you plan on lighting any aerial fireworks in Anthony, New Mexico, there you'll need to buy a fireworks permit. The cost is only $3 and it's available at most fireworks stands, so pretty easy to get your hands on it. Families across the borderland, of course, will be taking advantage of the fireworks displays scheduled for this weekend. We have Good Morning El Paso's Denise Olivas with a list of those things to do. Good morning.
Good morning. Just because you can't pop fireworks in El Paso County doesn't mean you can't enjoy them or the rest of the events planned for this festive weekend. The El Paso Chihuahuas won't be here at Southwest University Park on the 4th of July. They won't be playing at home, but they are celebrating early. At the conclusion of tonight's game against Fresno, the Chihuahuas will light up the downtown skyline with a fireworks display. The pyrotechnics are lit in the middle of the field, and then over on Saturday, then the following day, you can head over to the Chamizal National Memorial for the 4th of July edition of Music Under the Stars. The El Paso Wind Symphony will set the scene and end the night with fireworks as well, but people show up pretty early and start celebrating with picnics. Also, the El Paso Speedway, letting you know where else you can catch some fireworks this weekend. The El Paso Speedway Park will have a fireworks display, but first, you and your family can check out the racing that begins at 7:45. That's tonight. And then over in Socorro, the Socorro Independence Day Extravaganza begins at 6 p.m. tonight and goes on until midnight, and will also have its own fireworks display. And if you want to hear some country music to kick off your weekend, Thompson Square will be performing at Fort Bliss for its Let Freedom Sing concert series. That's tonight at Freedom Crossing. It begins at 7 p.m. and it's free. But then Fort Bliss continues its celebrating on Saturday over at Biggs Park with the El Paso Symphony Orchestra. That begins at 8 p.m. and they too will have some fireworks that night. But back out here live at Southwest University Park, the Chihuahuas will be in action tonight against Fresno, and that game begins at 7:05. For now, we're live in downtown El Paso. Denise Olivas, ABC7.
Thanks so much, Denise. Lots of options out there. Switching gears, last night, District 3 constituents heard directly from El Paso Children's Hospital at a town hall meeting, but it wasn't who they expected to hear from. City Rep Emma Acosta planned this town hall 2 months ago, confirming Children's CEO Mark Herbers 3 times. Since then, but yesterday he canceled. As you can imagine, the people who were looking forward to asking him questions weren't too happy.
We're paying the bill for the Children's Hospital right now, and we don't know what's happening, what's going on with the negotiations with UMC, and what the county's going to do about the Children's Hospital. What's happening? We understand that they filed bankruptcy, but we don't have any details.
They are not paying the hospital's bills. Those are paid out of patient revenues, but the county is not paying for the operation of the hospital. The county pays for service on the bond issue, and that would not have changed regardless of what had happened with El Paso Children's.
As for Herbers, he's under a lot of scrutiny since the third mediation with University Medical Center failed, leaving the fate of the hospital, which filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, in the hands of a judge. Acosta says she plans on rescheduling the town hall meeting now with Herbers in the fall. While one man has been convicted, another man accused of taking part in a deadly home invasion will soon learn if he'll only have to serve a year probation or if he'll have to head to court. ABC 7 confirmed the judge deciding whether to accept Raymond Garces's plea deal wanted to see all the evidence presented during this week's Leonard Calvillo trial. That's because prosecutors say Calvillo worked with Raymond. Yesterday, Calvillo was found not guilty of attempted murder, but guilty of other charges. Raymond Garces is charged with attempted first-degree murder and aggravated burglary. The judge is expected to make a decision soon on whether to sign off on the deal. That leaves the last surviving suspect, Nathan Avalos. He's set to stand trial next month for the home invasion, but he's nowhere to be found right now. ABC 7 learned Avalos is facing domestic abuse charges for allegedly beating and threatening to kill his girlfriend. On May 19th, he was arrested for battery against a household member. He's since been on the run. If you've seen him or have any information, you're asked to call Las Cruces Police. It is 6:07. Take a look at this. Very light traffic out there this morning. We're just guessing a lot of you have a 3-day weekend, and if so, good for you. We're happy you're joining us anyway. We'll keep an eye on traffic for those of you who are heading out, but right now it looks great. And we still have much more to come here on Good Morning El Paso today. With the 4th of July, higher security measures are being put into place. More on what authorities are exactly on the lookout for coming up. And although many consider Hillary as the front-runner, there is another candidate gaining ground on the Democratic side. We'll tell you who that is coming up. And we'll check in with Crystal. She's got a look at that forecast and some rain chances. Good morning.
Good morning. We've got rain still falling this morning, although it's starting to weaken. Will it make a rebound later today? We'll talk about it after your break.
Thanks, Crystal. This is ABC 7, where news comes first.